Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. But who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And he's gonna react to all the self-snitching. Oh.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another episode of CLR Bruce Rivers. I am Bruce Rivers, Criminal Lawyer Reacts, and today we're reacting to the verdict in the NBA YoungBoy. And this episode is brought to you by eForms.com. You should go there for all your legal, like a rental agreement, power of attorney, a bill of sale, whatever you need for legal forms. Go to eForms.com. I want to tell you one thing. Watch this video all the way through, because at the end of it, your socks, I hope you're not wearing socks, because they're going to be blown away. You're going to blow right off your fucking feet. Percy Mack has done an outro, and my God, it is just so amazing. We're going to post the full song here in a little while, but just you take a little glimpse of this. And my God, it's, hats out to Jaylap and to Percy Mack, and just listen to the whole video. Go to the end and listen to that song. I think it's so cool. So that being said, NBA YoungBoy has been acquitted in a jury in Los Angeles. Now, a jury deliberated for like a day and a half. They were in the second hour of the second day of deliberations, and that's kind of a long time to deliberate. The gun possession charge in California stemmed from YoungBoy's March 2021 arrest in Los Angeles. Now, if you remember, we did a reaction to that as well. He had a warrant out for his arrest for the case that he still has pending in Louisiana. And what happened was he was being stopped by the cops. He freaked out. He took him on a high-speed chase, and they found a firearm. Now, the prosecutors in the Central District of California said that upon attempting to execute the warrant in that case, YoungBoy initially seemed to cooperate, pulling over his Mercedes Maybach before taking off and then leading officers on a high-speed chase. After he fled on foot, the police found an FNX .45 caliber semi-automatic pistol and ammunition in the front passenger seat. Now, this is a fucking problem for somebody who has a felony on their record. Now, let me just tell you about YoungBoy's lawyers. They are phenomenal. They really worked hard for their client, and my hat goes off to them. They argued successfully that he was unaware of his outstanding federal warrant at the time, and he panicked when the armed officers approached his vehicle, leading him to take off. This is according to the New York Times. He did not know that the weapon was in the car, they said, and no usable fingerprints or DNA tied YoungBoy to the gun. That is critical, because if his DNA had been on that gun, he would have been toast. And I guarantee you they took the magazine out, and they also swabbed that for DNA as well. So I don't exactly know what the evidence was as to where the firearm was in the vehicle, but suffice it to say, if there's no DNA on it, that's less proof that you would have touched the firearm. Now, in most gun cases, though, to be honest with you, there aren't a lot of cases with fingerprint evidence on guns. Guns typically have kind of an oil on them to begin with, so it's really not conducive to getting good fingerprints. However, they are conducive to getting DNA, and I've had many cases where my client's DNA was either on or not on the gun, and it either helps you or hurts you. The prosecutors, they tried to link the NBA YoungBoy to the weapon using a photo and a video from a social media YoungBoy handling a gold and tan gun that appeared to be identical. The photo was taken at the same time the Philadelphia shop that had sold YoungBoy the jewelry also found in the car, and they argued. And lawyers for YoungBoy said that the gun was identical to an airsoft replica and could not be confirmed to the weapon. So his lawyers are creative, absolutely creative, and they had some other things that they did. Now, the judge in this case kept out evidence of his rap lyrics. Remember, using rap lyrics in a criminal case has been a topic of controversy for a long, long time. And this is an example of where it has been argued. And like I said before, I don't think a blanket rule can ever be established. And so it's going to be on case-by-case basis. Now, in this case, see, the judge in the case ruled to exclude lyrics from 3 YoungBoy songs being used in court. Prosecutors had said the tracks "Gunsmoke," "Life Support," and "Lonely Child" referred to an individual connected to the purchaser of the gun model found in the car, and the jewelry maker of the jewelry found next to the gun. Okay, but this is where NBA YoungBoy's lawyers really earned their money. They argued that there was a study. The study that the lawyers used, they had a group of people listen to the lyrics from "A Boy Named Sue." I don't know if you guys know that song. It's an old Johnny Cash song from like the 1960s. And so the lawyers for YoungBoy cited a 2017 dissertation by Adam Dunham of the University of California, Irvine, that included a look at the 1969 hit. And what that dissertation did was they took those lyrics without telling them, what the song was. And those that thought it was a country song had a favorable impression of it. When told that that was a rap song, they had a negative impression of it, that it was more violent. So YoungBoy's lawyers successfully argued, using this study. It's a real creative way to use some scientific or not so scientific, but using some data other than just bald assertion, that that this is going to prejudice the jury, and they're not going to be, they're going to have a bad impression of him just because he's a hardcore rapper, because he does drill, and those drill lyrics, if you just listen to them, they sound terrible, and there's a danger that they're going to infiltrate their prejudices based upon those lyrics. So the judge in this case kept it out. And when you have something like that, where they're his words, so they're a statement of a party opponent, right? But if they're really, they have to be material. They have to be material to the case at hand. So they have to be relevant. That's one of the requirements for evidence to get in. But not even relevant evidence can be excluded if their prejudicial effect outweighs their probative value. In other words, if what you're trying to use it for, it helps it a little bit, but it's really damaging because it's just makes them look bad, and it's really not that probative of any material fact, the judge will keep it out. And that goes for almost all evidence. If it's just more prejudicial and probative, which it seemed like it was here, the judge made the right call. So let's kind of watch. So when you have a verdict, especially in a high-profile case like this, where they've been litigating this for a while, and it's a heck of a win for these guys. First of all, the federal government wins like 96% of their cases. They have the resources that are infinite. They are able to pick and choose their cases, and in this case, they lost. Let's just take a look at the reaction to the verdict.
He beat that case. The United States of America versus Kentrell Golden, a.k.a. Lil Top, a.k.a.
Shut the fuck up!
Not guilty!
That's right outside the fucking courthouse. Here's the thing. I feel something when I just see that, because, he was, I don't know if he was looking at 10 years. He probably could have gotten 10 years. I think that was the ultimate. I don't know that he would have gotten 10 years, but still, he's looking at going to prison and getting tagged with another felony. And then in federal system, you go to prison, guess what happens when you get out? Then you're on supervised release. And so this is one down, one to go. And I will give it up to his lawyers because they litigated hard. And that gun was like right there in the fucking passenger seat. How the hell did they win that case? I think that's just fantastic. And then remember now he's on home confinement. He put up a $500,000 bond. He's got his little place in Utah. He's been making music, and he's on curfew. So now he's got to go down to Louisiana and try that case. But what are some developments in the Louisiana case? Well, I got it right here, hot off the presses. His co-defendant, Mauro Batty, pled guilty in that case. He's getting 37 months and paying a $2,500 fine, and then he has to do some supervised release after he gets out of prison. So the judge in that case, remember, she suppressed whatever came off of NBA YoungBoy's phone, saying that they didn't have probable cause for the warrant on the phone. So we are going to see what happens in that case as well, so we'll follow it. But NBA YoungBoy, not guilty, found not guilty after a day and a half of deliberation by a Los Angeles jury, and you can tell by the crowd there that they're pretty damn excited. So congratulations to NBA YoungBoy, congratulations to his lawyers who did an amazing job, and onward and upward. Let's see how they do in Louisiana. So this is Bruce Rivers, Criminal Lawyer Reacts. Remember, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, like, subscribe, follow, do whatever the God to do. Engage with us. You know, just go ahead and comment. Tell us what you want to see. So this is Bruce Rivers, Criminal Lawyer Reacts. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, follow. Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and we'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts.
Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away.
23-hour lockdown, please, is that my God?